A Love and Hip Hop crew member has just walked off set, leaving producers scrambling, cast members speechless, and fans in absolute chaos. Minutes later, they quietly leaked 17 explosive screenshots, and what those messages reveal about secret meetings, hidden betrayals, and late-night deals is shaking the entire franchise to its core. The chaos didn't start with the screenshots. It began hours earlier, deep inside the dimly lit hallway outside Stage 4, where Love and Hip Hop's cast usually gathered before filming. Tension in the air was so thick that even the camera crew whispered instead of talking. Something felt off. Something felt dangerous. The crew member known on set as Darnell, a quiet but razor-observant production assistant, walked into the hallway with a stiff posture and eyes full of something nobody had ever seen in him before: fury. Not annoyance, not frustration, pure betrayed anger. The first person who noticed was Carly Red. She turned sharply, her long curls flipping over her shoulder. "Darnell, why you look like you ready to shut the whole building down?" He didn't answer, his jaw clenched, and he brushed past her. That alone was strange. Darnell never ignored cast members. Ever. Minutes later, Rashida arrived, adjusting her mic pack, sipping her green juice like she always did before a scene. But she froze when she saw Darnell pacing near the production office door. "Hey, you good?" she asked, genuine concern softening her voice. Darnell exhaled sharply. "Not tonight, Rashida. Not tonight." His tone made her blink. "Hold up, who talked to you like that?" But again, no answer. Before she could push further, Mona Scott-Young walked in with her headset around her neck, flipping through episode notes. She didn't even look up until Darnell said the words that instantly stopped the entire hallway cold. "I'm done. I quit." The air snapped. Mona slowly lifted her head, her face expressionless but her voice dangerously calm. "Come again." "I said I quit," Darnell repeated. "And don't try to stop me. I've stayed quiet long enough." Rashida glanced between them, confused and anxious. Carly whispered, "Oh, this about to be messy." Mona crossed her arms. "You want to walk away? Fine, but you better make sure you understand what you're walking away from." Darnell laughed, a dark, exhausted laugh that made even the cameramen flinch. "Oh, I know exactly what I'm walking away from. The lies, the manipulation, and the messages y'all think nobody sees." A chill ran through the hallway. Even the interns stopped typing. Mona's eyes narrowed. "What messages?" Darnell didn't answer. Instead, he held up his phone, the screen glowing with a folder titled MH. Rashida took a step back. "Oh God. What is that?" Darnell spoke slowly, deliberately. 17 screenshots. 17. And they change everything." Instant fear flashed across Mona's face just for a split second, but enough for Rashida and Carly to see it. Before Mona could speak, Darnell added, "Don't worry, I'm not sending them to the blogs." "Not yet," Rashida whispered. "This is bad. Real bad." Mona took a step toward him. "You're making a mistake?" But Darnell shook his head. "No, Mona, the mistake would be staying silent another day." He backed up toward the exit, phone still in his hand, and said the last words anyone expected. "I'm giving the world the truth tonight." And with that, he walked out, leaving the cast stunned, Mona frozen, and the entire production spiraling into panic. Outside, the sun had already set. A storm was building, literally and figuratively. No one on set knew it yet, but those screenshots were about to detonate every friendship, every storyline, and every secret the cast thought they had buried. The moment Darnell stepped outside, the hallway erupted into chaos. Mona stormed toward the control room, snapping orders into her headset. Rashida grabbed Carly's arm, whispering harshly, "Girl, what screenshots? Who he talking about?" Carly shook her head, trembling with excitement and fear. "I don't know, but you know, if a crew member talking like that, he got receipts. Real ones." The cast started gathering one by one. Scrappy walked in late, munching on chips, completely unaware why everybody looked like they just watched the world end. He teased, but his joke fell flat when he saw Mona's expression: cold, sharp, lethal. He slowly lowered the chips. "8. What happened?" Before anyone could answer, every single phone in the hallway buzzed at the same time. A collective vibration. A collective gasp. Rashida checked hers first and her blood pressure skyrocketed. "Oh my God. What is this?" Carly almost snatched the phone out of her hand. "Let me see." Her jaw dropped so fast it almost hit the floor. On the screen was screenshot number 1. A hidden group chat titled, "Storyline Adjustments, Season 13. Participants, Mona Scott-Young, 2 field producers, a showwriter, and, shockingly, someone saved only as RF." Rashida froze. "Who the hell is RF?" she demanded. Carly gulped. "Rashida, you know damn well who that is." Rashida's face drained of color. That better not be Kirk. I swear to God, if before she finished, screenshot number 2 dropped. This time, it was a message from RF. We need to push Rashida into reacting on camera. She's too calm. Set Jasmine up to accidentally show that voice note. Rashida's knees almost buckled. Scrappy read it over her shoulder and whispered, "Damn, Kirk, not again." Carly held her hand to her mouth, stunned. This is evil. This ain't just drama, this is sabotage. The hallway shook with whispers. Rashida's eyes filled with heat, not tears. Not yet, but rage. Quiet, trembling rage. He really did this behind my back. Her voice cracked. To me. To his own wife. Carly hugged her tight. Rashida, breathe. This man been doing too damn much. But this is next level shady. Then more pings exploded. Screenshot number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Each one worse than the last. Screenshot number 3. A producer saying, "We need to keep Jasmine confident that she's safe. Tell her Kirk will defend her." Rashida almost threw her phone. "Defend her," she shouted. "Defend who? Defend what?" She paced back and forth. "I knew it. I knew they were setting me up this season." Screenshot number 4. Mona replying, "We need a climactic confrontation. Make sure Rashida and Jasmine end up in the same dressing room next Tuesday." Carly blinked slowly. So that's why they kept rerouting us around the building. That wasn't random, they were engineering a fight. Screenshot number 5. Another producer joking. "If Kirk stirs the pot enough, this season will trend all month." Rashida stopped walking. Her chest rose and fell. Hard. "I'm about to lose it," she whispered. "I'm about to tear this whole damn place up." Just then, the doors flung open, and Kirk himself walked in completely unaware, holding a smoothie and smiling. "What's up? Why everybody looking at me like I stole something?" Carly backed up. Scrappy backed up. Even the cameraman took 2 steps out of frame. Rashida looked at him with the kind of stare that could split concrete. "Kirk," she said slowly, her voice dangerously calm. "Do you have something to explain?" Kirk blinked. "What you mean?" Everyone stared. Rashida marched toward him, holding up her phone mere inches from his face. "You tell me," she snapped. "What the hell is this?" Kirk squinted at the screen, confused at first, then his face froze. "No, no. Baby, this ain't real, Kirk," she barked. "Your initials. Your messages. Your little backstage deals with producers to set me up again." More screenshots dropped. Screenshot number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Kirk scrambled. "Rashida, please let's go talk." "No, we talk here." Carly whispered to Scrappy. "Oh, this about to get nuclear." Kirk glanced desperately at Mona, silently begging for backup. But Mona looked away. She knew she couldn't save him from this. Scrappy muttered, "Bro, you in trouble." Rashida stepped closer, staring him dead in the eyes. "After everything we've been through, after everything the world dragged me for, you still finding ways to embarrass me on national TV?" Kirk exhaled shakily. "It's not what it looks like." "Oh really?" she fired back. "So what part of you working with producers to manipulate me is the part I'm not understanding?" The hallway echoed. Everyone froze. Carly whispered, "This is the biggest scandal this show ever seen." But the bomb wasn't done exploding, because at that exact moment, Darnell posted screenshot number 9 publicly. This one was the most shocking of all. Jasmine's name, her texts, her voice notes, all tied to the same group chat. Rashida's eyes widened. Jasmine was in on it too. Carly gasped, "Baby, this ain't a storyline. This is a war." And just then the doors opened again. Jasmine walked in, confused, holding her purse and adjusting her lashes. "Why, everybody's staring at her," phone buzzed. She checked it. Her entire face fell. "Oh no," she whispered. "No, no, 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 no." But it was too late. Rashida stormed toward her. "Explain," she demanded. "Explain this right now." Jasmine stepped backward as Rashida closed the distance between them, her eyes blazing like she'd been holding this fire in 4 years. Jasmine lifted her hands defensively, shaking her head. "Rashida, wait, just listen." "No," Rashida shouted. "You listen. I just saw screenshots with your name in the same chat. Were they plotting against me? You better start talking before I really snap." Jasmine swallowed hard, voice trembling. "I didn't know they were using me like that. I thought producers were helping me rebuild my storyline. I didn't know they were setting you up." Carly cut in sharply. "Girl, don't lie. Don't play dumb now. You too grown for that?" Mona approached, rubbing her temples. Everyone calmed down, but Rashida wasn't listening. Years of hurt, betrayal, and manufactured drama boiled over. You mean to tell me, Rashida said slowly, that the same people who exploited my marriage, the same people who dragged me through hell, the same producers who encouraged you to show up in my life again, you telling me you didn't know they were pulling strings? Jasmine's eyes filled with tears. I swear, Rashida, I swear. I only saw my messages. They never showed me the full chat. Rashida let out a bitter laugh. Of course, they didn't. They needed you clueless so you'd play right into their hands. More pings hit everyone's phones. Screenshot number 10, #11, #12. This time, Scrappy read them out loud. Oh, hell nah, look at this. He held up his phone. A message saying, make sure Jasmine is prepped to cry. Viewers love emotion from her. Jasmine covered her mouth. They what? They literally told them to make me cry. Carly groaned. Welcome to what we've been dealing with for years, babe. But then screenshot number 13 leaked. And it shocked even Mona. A message from a producer said, if this gets too messy, we'll blame the crew. They'll take the fall. Silence fell. Everyone slowly turned toward Mona. Her face hardened. I didn't approve that. I don't know who wrote that. Rashida stepped closer to her. Then fix IT. Because right now the world sees us as puppets, and y'all as puppeteers. Before Mona could respond, screenshot number 14 and number 15 leaked. These ones were voice note transcripts. One was Kirk saying, I'll distract Rashida. You just make sure Jasmine walks in at the right time. Rashida's expression shattered. You planned the fight. She whispered, voice cracking. You planned that scene where I cried in the hallway. You planned that moment where the world clowned me. Kirk tried to step toward her, but she held out her hand. Don't touch me. Don't even breathe near me. Jasmine looked down, ashamed. Rashida, I didn't know that part, I promise. Then the final bomb dropped. Screenshot number 16. Screenshot number 17. A completely separate chat, not producers. Not cast but crew members talking about how exhausted they were from cleaning up behind the scenes messes, covering lies, editing scenes to create fights, and being pressured to push certain narratives. And at the center of every screenshot, one person was mentioned repeatedly. Darnell. He wasn't just a crew member. He was the one who kept files. The one producers confided in. The one who knew every scandal, every cover-up, every manufactured storyline. Rashida whispered. This man just exposed the whole machine. Carly nodded slowly. This ain't just a storyline anymore. This is a revolution. Outside, fans had already flooded social media with hashtags like #LHH17 screenshots, #expose the producers, #justice for RASHEEDA, #Jasmine was set up, #fire Kirk now. Mona stared at her buzzing phone as PR teams messaged her in all caps. This is spiraling, she whispered. Scrappy shook his head. Nah Mona, this been spiraling, you just finally seeing it. Rashida wiped her face, steadying her voice. I'm done letting y'all play with my life. Jasmine nodded quietly. Me too. Kirk opened his mouth again. Baby, I don't, Rashida said firmly. You said enough. At that exact moment, the studio lights flickered as rain thundered outside, giving the whole hallway an eerie glow. It felt like the end of something, but also the beginning of something bigger. Darnell's screenshots didn't just expose a chat, they exposed a system. And every cast member suddenly realized they were standing on the edge of the biggest shakeup in love and hip-hop history. As the night unraveled, the cast was left divided. The producers panicked, and the fans completely stunned. The 17 screenshots didn't just reveal messages, they revealed manipulation, betrayals, and a truth nobody expected to surface this way. Now the entire franchise stands under a spotlight hotter than ever, and everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Will the show collapse? Will new alliances form? Or will even more secrets come to light? If you want the full story, make sure you like this video, hit subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments, because this saga is just beginning.